Attraction is not what you think it is. It is not looks. It is not confidence. It is not even chemistry. It is 7 specific psychological triggers firing in someone's brain. And most of them have nothing to do with you being attractive. They have everything to do with you being psychologically fascinating. Here is what neuroscience actually shows about attraction. The brain does not primarily evaluate attractiveness. It evaluates threat and reward, safety and stimulation, familiarity and novelty. The person who triggers the right combination of these signals, regardless of conventional attractiveness, becomes magnetic. This is why deeply average-looking people are sometimes impossibly attractive, and why conventionally beautiful people are sometimes completely forgettable. The difference is not genetic. It is psychological, and psychology, unlike genetics, can be understood. Today, I am going to show you the 7 psychological signs that create genuine attraction. Not tricks, not manipulation. The actual mechanisms that make someone unforgettable. Sign 1. You are comfortable being misunderstood. Most people exhaust themselves seeking approval and immediate understanding. The person who does not need to be immediately understood, who can sit with ambiguity about what others think, creates an irresistible psychological pull. The human brain is drawn to what it has not yet categorized. You become a question the other person's mind keeps returning to. Sign 2. You have somewhere else to be, even when you do not. This is not playing hard to get. This is having a life that does not rearrange itself around new people. When someone senses their presence is welcome but not necessary, something shifts in their psychology. What is freely available is taken for granted. What requires genuine earning is genuinely valued. Sign 3. You listen in a way that makes people feel heard rather than processed. In a world of distracted people, genuine full attention is so rare it feels like intimacy. The person who truly listens, who is not composing their response while you speak, becomes the person everyone wants to return to. Full attention is the most underrated form of attraction in existence. Sign 4. You are not trying to be liked, and it shows. The pursuit of being liked is the single most visible and repelling quality in human interaction. The brain reads approval-seeking as low social value, automatically and below conscious awareness. The person who is genuinely indifferent to whether they are liked, who engages because they are interested, rather than because they want something in return, is immediately read as high value. Not arrogance, genuine independence. Sign 5. You reveal yourself slowly. The person who tells you everything immediately, their history, their wounds, their opinions on everything, leaves nothing to discover. The person who reveals in layers, who gives you just enough to make the next layer desirable, creates a specific psychological state in the other person. The anticipation of discovery is neurologically more stimulating than the discovery itself. Dopamine fires not at the reward, but at the signal that a reward is coming. Be the signal, not the instant delivery. Sign 6. You are genuinely interested in the world outside of yourself. Attraction is not generated by being interesting. It is generated by being interested. The person who is genuinely curious about ideas, about people, about how things work, who asks questions that reveal genuine thinking, who cares about the answer, becomes magnetic because they make other people feel like the world is bigger when they are around. Sign 7. And this is the most powerful sign of all. You are the same person regardless of who is watching. Most people have a public self and a private self. The gap between the two is always sensed, even when it cannot be named. The person whose private and public self are identical, who behaves the same with the CEO and the cleaner, with the crowd and alone, creates something that is almost impossible to find and therefore almost impossible to stop thinking about. Psychological consistency is the rarest and most attractive quality a human being can possess. You cannot perform it. It can only be lived. Here is the uncomfortable truth about the psychology of attraction. None of these 7 signs can be performed. The moment you try to perform comfortable with ambiguity, you are not comfortable with ambiguity. The moment you try to perform not needing approval, You are seeking approval through the performance. Every single one of these signs is a byproduct of a specific internal state. And that internal state cannot be faked. It can only be built. Which means the psychology of attraction is really the psychology of becoming. Become someone who is genuinely comfortable in silence, genuinely interested in the world, genuinely the same person in every room. And the attraction follows, not as a performance you are giving, but as a natural consequence of who you actually are. 7 signs: comfortable being misunderstood, life that does not rearrange, listens to be heard, not processed, indifferent to being liked, reveals slowly, genuinely interested outward, same in every room. My next video reveals the 7 psychological repulsion triggers, the specific behaviors that make attraction disappear instantly, even when everything else is right. Subscribe right now and comment below which of these 7 signs do you already have, just the number. I read every single one.